Video interviews are novel and challenging, but preparing for your video interview should not be much different from preparing for an in-person meeting. How to prepare for your video interview will often depend on the interview format and the amount of time you have. Whatever the format, it's very important to prepare for any interview well in advance. In this video, we will go over the top 10 tips you'll need to help you succeed in your video interview. Hi, my name is Chris and I'm an admissions associate here at BeMo. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe on whatever social media channel you're watching this from now so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. If you would like us to help you with your video interview, click on the link either above or below this video to schedule your free initial consultation. As a quick tip, check out the timestamps in the description of this video to navigate to specific sections of the video that you're interested in. Here's what we're going to cover today. Practice tip number 1, practice talking to your computer. Practice tip number 2, check your username and picture. Practice tip number 3, clear all unnecessary programs from your computer. Practice tip number 4, keep your battery plugged in. Practice tip number 5, turn off all notifications. Practice tip number 6, keep your interview space free from pets. Practice tip number 7, close your windows. Practice tip number 8, keep water close by. Practice tip number 9, dress appropriately. Practice tip number 10, maintain interview etiquette. By the way, we're giving away $50 Amazon gift cards every week to the best comments and questions, so comment below for a chance to win. Now let's get started. Video interviews provide an opportunity to screen applicants without having to meet them in person. Admissions committees can select any or all applicants to participate regardless of where they live, as the only requirement for an online interview is a good internet connection and a computer. Normally, students spend hundreds if not thousands of dollars attending in-person interviews, which involve flight, accommodation, and food costs. With online interviews, applicants can have a face-to-face or recorded interview with all the usual questions without even having to leave their homes. That doesn't mean you can turn up in pajamas. Most things that you would do to prepare for in-person interviews, you should also do for online interviews. A video interview is exactly as it sounds. It's an interview that is conducted over video instead of in person. Regardless of your interview type, your assessors could be comprised of faculty, current students, residents, or even members of the community without a background in your field. The interview format will vary depending on the type of interview. You can expect the following different types of video interviews. Live. Live video interviews are conducted using a video conferencing program, perhaps even one you're familiar with, such as Skype, Zoom, FaceTime, or Google Hangouts. Interviewers may send you a link to join the interview, or you may have to provide your screen name or ID, and they will call you to begin the interview. There are 4 types of live video interviews that you can expect. Traditional interview. A traditional interview is a format you've most likely experienced throughout your life. It is a standard one-on-one interview. It could be a closed interview where the interviewer does not have access to your application, file, or other details. It could be an open interview where the interviewer will have access to your complete file before and during the interview. Sometimes traditional interviews can also be partially closed. The interviewer has access to your application, excluding key data that may bias them, such as test scores, GPA, etc. Panel interview. A panel interview will involve multiple assessors, often between 2 or 4, with some or all of the panelists asking questions. MMI. The multiple mini interview, known as the MMI, is a more complex interview format as interviewees will be exposed to a variety of different stations, normally between 6 to 10. Each station is timed and will be focused around a specific MMI question or scenario known as a prompt. You'll have 2 minutes to read the prompt and prepare your response before you join the assessor. Once you've virtually entered the room with the assessor, you'll discuss or answer the prompt for 5 to 8 minutes. Once the timer is up, you'll be automatically transferred to a new station and the process will repeat. Hybrid. A hybrid interview combines one or more of the above interview formats. These are typically longer interviews involving more than one stage. You may first have a panel interview or a one-on-one interview, followed by the MMI format. Virtual pre-recorded. A virtual interview is also a type of online interview. However, this format differs from a live interview as it won't be conducted with interviewers. Instead, you'll be recorded and will answer questions verbally or by typing, and admissions committees will review your responses afterwards. You'll typically get a set amount of time to think about and record your answer. Normally, the interview questions are predetermined and all applicants will be asked the same questions. In recent years, virtual interview tools like AAMC Vita and Casper Snapshot have become quite popular with many professional programs, including medical schools. The Standardized Video Interview, SVI, used by emergency medicine residency programs and Kira Talent are some additional examples of virtual interview formats. Prior to your interview, you'll be given instructions on how to join the interview as well as how to set up your microphone and camera properly. Most of the times, you will actually be encouraged to practice with the platform and record your answers. This will allow you to familiarize yourself with the interview format and software before you record the final answers that will be sent to the admissions committee. Many schools conduct multiple rounds of interviews, so you may need to prepare for more than one interview format. For example, a lot of medical schools like to use a pre-recorded AAMC Vita interview to screen applicants, following which they are invited for a live interview. Here are our top tips for acing your video interview. Practice talking to your computer. Yes, this may sound strange, but while doing your video interview prep, you need to practice maintaining eye contact with your interviewers, which in the case of online interviews is actually your web camera. Most of us have a tendency to look at who we're speaking with on our computer screen during a video call. But to the interviewers, this doesn't provide them with the eye contact they're hoping for and appears as if you're looking down or sideways or in an awkward spot depending on how you've positioned the interview platform screen. Looking into your camera when you answer questions is the best way for you to maintain eye contact with your evaluator, but no doubt it's going to feel unnatural at first as it's not something we're used to doing. Be sure that you practice until this feels normal. Other than eye contact, it's important to practice your responses out loud, either looking into a mirror or ideally while you record yourself. This is a great opportunity for you to review your recorded responses and look for distracting speech fillers such as repetitively using the word like or You want to try and limit the use of these words because using them excessively will make your thought process appear disjointed and will make you appear nervous or unconfident. Lastly, watching your responses will also help you look for nervous, distracting, or unfavorable behaviors such as touching your face, twirling your hair, or appearing angry. You know what's not professional? Connecting with an interviewer with Cutie Pie for Life as your Skype ID, complemented by a photo of your dog licking your face. Yes, we're all guilty of having embarrassing usernames at least at some point in our lives, but now is the time to change your username and picture or set up an entirely new professional account if you really can't let go of your original username. The same principle applies if you have to create a new account for an interview platform you don't possess. Just ensure it's professional. For example, Maggie_Smith would be acceptable. Closing all programs and internet tabs as well as restarting your computer before the interview can help ensure your computer's processing power is maximized. In addition, once you've restarted, quit any programs that automatically open on startup. Keep your computer plugged in for the duration of your interview. Even if you think you have enough battery, your interview may take longer than you expected. Having your entire computer shut off because it's out of juice would be disastrous. It's so important that you turn off all notifications before you begin your interview, not once you've already been interrupted. Not only is a buzz or a ding distracting for you, your interviewers will be unimpressed that you didn't take the necessary steps to ensure these interruptions wouldn't occur. First, turn your cell phone off. Keeping your phone on silent instead of turning it off is risky because your phone could still vibrate, there could be an old alarm or a timer you forgot to turn off, and even if you put your phone on Do Not Disturb, if your mom is annoyed that she can't get a hold of you and tries to call you twice in a row, now you've got a Britney Spears ringtone blaring through your interview. Better to play it safe, just turn it off. The next set of notifications you need to consider are those coming from your computer, such as calendar notifications, reminders, or incoming emails. Ensure that you navigate to your computer settings to turn off all notifications, and again, as a safety measure, close all open programs and internet browser tabs. Sometimes people forget to remove their pets from their interview room, which is a big mistake. You could be partway through introducing yourself and all of a sudden your cat jumps up and starts rubbing its face against your face. Even if your pets are very well behaved and you think they'll just lie down in the corner, a random knock on the front door could still cause your dog to start barking, your cat could need to cough up a fur ball, or your hamster might decide it's time to run a marathon on their exercise wheel. Don't take any chances. Make arrangements ahead of time for someone else to watch your pets, or put them in an area of your home that is far from your interview room. That way, any sounds they make won't be picked up during the interview. Even though fresh air is nice, an open window is an opportunity for loud noises to interrupt your interview. A person could be walking by with a barking dog, an ambulance could drive by, or a car might beep its horn. Ensuring the windows in your interview room and adjacent rooms are shut eliminate these possibilities. Having a glass or a bottle of water within reach during your interview is always a good idea. Your interview could be over an hour in length, so it's quite likely that at some point you may feel thirsty, your voice may become hoarse, or you might have a tickle in your throat. It's perfectly acceptable to have a few sips of water throughout the interview when needed. But the last thing you want to do is leave the interviewers waiting while you jump up and run to the kitchen for water during a coughing fit because you failed to prepare in advance. You do not want to be one of those people that you've likely heard about who decides not to wear pants during an interview or a conference call and stood up at some point without remembering that unfortunate choice. Even though your web camera may only see the top half of you, dress exactly like you would at an in-person interview. This means head to toe appropriate. For example, if you are deciding on what to wear to your medical school interview, try a suit paired with a button-up shirt and tie for men, and a pantsuit or skirt suit paired with a blouse for women. In terms of color choice, neutral colors are ideal. Try to select solid colors as opposed to distracting patterns. In particular, be sure to avoid highly contrasting colors such as a black and white pinstripe top, which tends to show up intensely on camera and can distract your interviewers. Make sure you also shower and groom yourself appropriately before the interview. Messy hair or dirt on your nose could leave a really bad impression. Don't think that just because it's a video interview, these things will escape notice. Quite the opposite. If you choose to wear makeup, keep it simple and natural. Additionally, if you wear glasses, just check to ensure there's no reflection coming off of them on video. Just because you're having an interview online doesn't mean you should disregard interview etiquette. Some students make the mistake of getting too comfortable because they're having an interview in their own home. Talking to your interviewers too casually or in an unprofessional manner is never acceptable. Remember, you are still being assessed as a potential candidate for a specific program. This isn't a fun meet and greet with friends. It's a formal interview and you must ensure you put your best self forward. First of all, be punctual. Give yourself plenty of time on the day of the interview to get dressed, set up your computer, do your final technology checks, arrange your interview area, etc. Secondly, first and last impressions will make or break your interview. For example, just because you're not shaking hands doesn't mean you shouldn't introduce yourself. Be sure you begin by introducing yourself, smile, be friendly and courteous, and respond to all questions in a professional manner. At the end of your interview, remember to smile and thank the interviewers for both their time and consideration. Finally, ensure you maintain your posture just as you would in an in-person interview. Do not slouch, put your feet up, rest your face on your hands, etc. You might unconsciously slip into a more relaxed mode, but remember that you're on camera all the time and interviewers are taking note of your overall attitude as well as the content of your answers. Check out our blogs for more grad school tips. I've included the links in the description of this video so you can find the blog easily. If you would like us to help you with your interviews, click on the link either above or below this video to schedule your free initial consultation. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, so please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. If you have any questions about video interviews that I didn't cover in this video, let me know in the comment section and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And don't forget that we're giving away $50 Amazon gift cards every week to the best comments and questions. So comment below for a chance to win. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.